All right, welcome back to Coding with Kenny G for the beginner series. And in this video, I'm going to be introducing you to Unity. So let's get started. I'll move myself down here. And we're actually in Unity because I actually made like this entire thing right here in Unity. But let's see. I'm just gonna open a completely empty scene. Okay, so what is going on here? First of all, the view of the editor, like the entire program here, might look a little bit different for you than for me because of the layout of where certain things is. But I'm gonna go through each thing here step by step, only the most important things, because Unity is a big program with a lot of stuff, so don't get overwhelmed. We are only going to be doing very simple things to begin with. Okay, so let's take a little overview. You have something called the inspector. See here, you can undock windows and dock them, by dragging the tab here. So this is the inspector. Whenever we are clicking on an object, you'll see their properties show up in the inspector tab. So the inspector, we're gonna be talking a lot more about that as we go, but don't deal with all the crazy stuff just yet. There's a lot of options and buttons, but for the beginner series, we're not really gonna touch most of that at all. Don't worry about it. In the middle here, you see the scene tab. This is the game world of this scene that we are in right now. I'm moving the camera by holding the right mouse button in the scene view and moving around. And then while I'm holding the right mouse button, you can use WA, S and D to move around. And if you hold down Shift, you'll move faster. See? So I'm gonna be moving myself around. Right now, there's obviously nothing going on in this scene, but that's okay. And the reason why you saw that object pop up there was because I had it selected in the next thing that we're going to be talking a little bit about, which is the hierarchy up here in the left corner, the hierarchy of the scene. So right now we're in a scene, and this scene is called empty scene. I think that the one that you have when you open up Unity for the absolutely first time, there's probably going to be a scene called sample scene down there, which is open by default, most likely. Anyway, so inside of this scene, we see that there are two objects in the hierarchy called the main camera and a directional light. We don't need to deal with these guys at all currently. Just know that in the hierarchy, right here, this is where game objects show up. And we're going to be talking more about that when we get to it a little bit later in the course. I can show you some real quick things just to kind of get you, a little bit familiarized. If I in the tab called hierarchy, if I right click and then then you get like the create menu, you might say. And I'm gonna select a 3D object, and then I'm gonna place a cube. Okay, so what happened was that now there's a cube in the game world right here, and I can delete it from the scene. There we go. Maybe we can create a capsule. So there are different shapes that you can use and whatnot, but we'll get to this stuff a little bit later, because this is more Unity specific stuff for actual game development and whatnot. But to begin with, we are actually going to learn programming before we do all this stuff out here. We're gonna learn a little bit of basic programming. Okay, so that was the hierarchy, and then first but not last, you might say, the project view. Let's go to a root folder called assets right here. You're also going to have this in your project because it's default. And then there might be a few folders that come in by default, like scenes, for example. I have added a few things here because I have a few things planned coming up. But anyway, this is where you see all your project files. So inside of the project view, you know, we might have art assets. For example, here's my little face as a sprite, it's called. That's an art asset in the project view. And scripts, which we are going to be dealing with very, very soon. So this is where all those things are stored, such as scenes and all sorts of data objects. Okay, so, but don't get worried about the complexity of everything that you see on the screen. It looks a little bit crazy if you have never experienced this before. It's like, whoa, what is this huge program? And it is certainly complex, but you can do a lot of cool things with very little, which is what I try to aim to do with this beginner series. Okay, so let's call that, well, actually not yet, that was about the end, but I want to show you one more important thing. So there's another tab called Game. So in the scene view right here, with the scene view selected, you see the main camera here. Right now it's showing these white lines, which is like it's what the camera can see with the, the camera eyes. Well, that is what is being displayed right here in the game view. So I can demonstrate this by placing a cube in front of the camera. See there in the game view, there's a cube that is getting rendered. So when we press play up here, this will be like if you're actually playing a video game. Let's say you start up Fortnite or Minecraft. Well, you're pressing play. Right now we're in play, nothing is happening because we haven't really done anything yet. Everything is just static, but actually the game is essentially running right now. And we can stop it again by pressing stop button up here. Okay, well, I think that's enough for now. That's a very, very quick introduction to Unity. But for the first part of this series, we're going to focus on programming. So I hope you will follow along, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.